Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Tranquil Waters by Stevie. Happy Tuesday. Happy July. We are in July now, and we have got some fun ahead of us. We've got a couple of our fields are ready to harvest. We've got, I believe, wheat and barley that are ready to come in. And I have grabbed some contracts for us to do in July. If we get to those, which we should be able to get to at least one of them, but I've got 3 contracts set aside. The game can be a little squirrely with contracts sometimes, with them kind of, vanishing. But hopefully we'll not see that happen. But yeah, welcome to Tuesday. Hope your week's going well. We need to get some fuel in our John Deere. We need to buy some fuel to get in our petrol tank. I really don't know how much we need. Let's just buy 10,000 liters. I don't know if that's like a lifetime supply or what, but it's only about 14 grand. So we're going to buy that. And we will fill up, and then we're going to head straight over to our wheat field. And we're going to get started. We're going to get started on that, I think, straight away. So, been doing a little looking. Got the calculator out. And was doing a little financial planning here on the farm. And it has quickly become apparent that TMR is not going to bring us wealth. In fact, yeah, it's going to probably bankrupt us. TMR is not worth a bunch at all. I thought TMR had a little more value to it than it does. It does not. Silage, on the other hand, and compost, there's some money in silage and compost. So what I'm kind of wondering, if we are going to continue to make TMR, we have a lot of TMR. We've got about 600... I think about 640,000 liters of TMR right now. We've got a lot of TMR. Let me see here. If we look here and go to our TMR silo, I probably passed it, didn't I? No, there it is. 640,000 liters right now of TMR. The money, boy, my calculations, if we sold that, even if we sold it at a reasonably high price. By the way, we need sugar beets in a big way. But we can't plant sugar beets until like the beginning of the year. So we're really going to have to, I got to remember to do that. But if we look at TMR, average high is $75 per 1,000 liters. That's piddly. If my calculations are correct, and if I remember correct now, I think that's like 40 grand. It's nothing. It's nothing. So I think if we're going to continue to make TMR, we are going to need to get some cows. That's the only way TMR is going to be beneficial for us, is if we get some cows. So I think we're going to need to plan on getting, and I don't know, maybe recommend getting some milk cows, dairy cows, I would think, since we've got, Stevie gave us this milk pasteurizing thing on our farm, which I think will bring in even more money than just standard milk sales. So I think we're going to have to do that. So we're going to have to start budgeting, I think, for getting some livestock. I wasn't really planning on doing that. But now I just don't see TMR. TMR is not going to pay off. I mean, we could continue to make and sell what we make and just call it good. But it would be nice to, I don't know. I just don't want to see it to go to waste, Because I'll tell you, if we took the stuff that goes into TMR, if we took the straw, the grass or alfalfa, if we took those things and we put them in the composter, it'd be worth so much more. So either we just stop making TMR altogether. The silage that's sitting in the TMR right now, that silage is worth so much more than it will ever be being made into TMR. So yeah, so either we're just gonna set this to sell and just take the piddly stuff we get for it, or we get cows. And I'm kind of thinking we get cows. So anyways, that's where I'm at with that. If you have other thoughts, let me know. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. What do we have here? We've got wheat. We need wheat for our pig food. And I was looking over our pig food. Pig food's not too bad. Pig food we can make some money on. But we need to get the products for it, and we need sugar beets in a big way. Let's see here. What am I doing? I want to go to create a job. And I think we're going to go ahead and get course play going on this. I don't think we need headlands on this, do we? I just don't think we do. I don't think there's any trees or whatnot. Up and down automatics, blah, blah, blah. I think that'll work. Let's generate some field work from that. We're going to go old school on the course play and just do straight back and forth. It's got plenty of turning room. That reminds me too. Let's take a quick peek here. I think it's down here. Avoid driving on fruit is deactivated, and only turning on the field is deactivated. I'm going to have to keep an eye on this and see if those stay deactivated. I kind of hope they do. Let's go ahead and do first and this. And let's get our course play worker off to the races. Who is it today? All right, he's all right. Tank top dude or wife beater dude. He's okay. Does a good job for us. We could definitely use this straw. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna plan on, at least, is because right now I think it's with our silage. Maybe it's compost. Actually, it's compost. Right now, if we sold out all of our compost that we have in storage, we're looking at about $220,000. And it's not even at its high price right now. So that's so much better than TMR. So much better. And we can make compost like there's no tomorrow. All this excess straw, whatever doesn't go to the factory, the straw factory, can go to compost. Again, there's something else that we're throwing straw in the TMR mixer. And I just feel like everything we're throwing into the TMR mixer is a waste. As far as selling price goes. Oh, I picked up this mod. I don't know if we're going to be able to try it out or not. I thought it was kind of funny. Oh, you're full already? Are you really? Match speed in reverse. That's a new one. I'm coming. I am coming. Just don't be so shifty there, my friend. Are you gonna go? Oh, come on, Brad. Really? He's gonna stop again. Wow, I cannot get this timing. He stops, and then I stop, and then he goes. Oh, I think we finally got it. Thank God. So it's this mod, right, that came out today that you honk your horn, and it scares wildlife. I actually think it's kind of funny. I think it's kind of, you know, why wasn't that done already? So I'm going to find out if it works, but we don't... Yeah, I'm getting out of your way. I'm going to find out... Wow, look at the pile of straw there. build a little fort inside that little pile right there. So I want to find out if it works. I haven't seen deer much around here, but maybe it'll work with the birds. We'll have to try it with the birds and see if it works. Our little pyramids. Yeah, our little straw pyramids. So we'll see. I don't know. My brain is kind of. I think I'm just gonna have to go with the flow. My intentions. Why aren't you keeping up, my friend? My intentions. Come on, man. When we started this map was for us to make our fortune on animal feed. Even if it took a little longer, I was okay with that. And we still can do well with animal feed. I think pig food will still serve us well. I don't really want to get pigs. I'm not a big fan of pigs on the game. I think they're okay. I think the best I've seen with pigs in Farming Simulator is, and Giants won't do this, but on some modded maps they have butchers that adds another level to the money you can make with pigs. And that's good, but Giants isn't going to throw any butchers into the game. In fact, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was brought to the Giants mod hub by some mod author at some point here, and it was rejected. Or Giants just simply let it be known straight away that they weren't going to be allowing any butchery in the game, which I think is, that's fine. I kind of get it, but it kind of goes along those that conversation we had about the Grim Reaper, or the Reaper cartoon that could be too offensive or too scary, I guess is what it was, right? Well, maybe part of, since this is a simulator, and we can all say, I think we've all learned something from this game, unless you're a farmer and you already have been down all these roads before. I think it's fair to say that a lot of us have learned something from this game. And I honestly, I don't think it makes me a bad parent. I don't make it any secret to my kids where meat comes from. I never have. I just figured, you know what? They need to know. And I think it's important that, are you having a hard time keeping up with our, well, it kind of is. I got to push to the boards. And I think it's important. And I think that's something the game is missing out on. I think they need, I don't think they should shy away from the fact that, yeah, dairy cows give milk, but we do have beef cattle in this game, and they're called beef cattle for a reason. And it's just my opinion, you know. Know where your food comes from. I mean, especially that kind of food. I mean, God knows that it's hard to know where half of our food comes from anymore, because a lot of it's so synthesized and, you know, and fake and you know, scientifically produced and whatnot. We should be honestly halfway proud of the fact that you're eating, if you're a meat eater. I'm not having a lot of luck keeping constant speed with the old combine today. It's like it kind of wants to go a little faster or slower, and it's supposed to match it, but I think maybe the hill is giving it some struggles. So all that being said, I think that we are going to end up buying some cows. And kind of the way I'm thinking is that probably will be the only animals we do on Tranquil Waters. I'm really not that interested in eggs at the moment and having a ton of chickens. I did see a really interesting, I think it was a chicken barn mod that came out recently. I think it holds 5,000 chickens. That would have been nice on Hinterland. Oh yeah. Let's take a peek inside and see if we can. Oh, my neck. Oh, I just did the old exorcist turn. I always like this view. If I can hold it and keep it lined up, I always like this interior cart view. I think it's kind of nice. But yeah, I don't really want to do chickens. I'm not interested in pigs. Horses are kind of meh to me. Not like, yeah, it's this hill that's kind of giving us a bit of. I'm getting out of your way. I've never gotten rich off horses. Maybe I just haven't owned enough to owned enough of them to make that big of a difference. Maybe that's been my fault. All right, let's get up there. See if we can. Now I think if I can scooch over. Am I not? Am I too far? Maybe I'm too far. I think I'm either too far over or too far ahead. Wow, that hill really gets you, doesn't it? That and my driving skills. But we're doing okay as far as cash goes. Plus, we have our brewery. If we can keep that somewhat going, there's some money to be made in our straw processing. It's slow. It's definitely slow, but there's money to be made there. We could also take. We haven't fired up our mineral feed or our seed production plants over there. We've got both of those sitting over by our barn, and we can make our own seed, and I think there's some decent money to be made on selling seed and mineral feed. I think both of those have a decent price tag, so we might even be able to do that. I see on we also have, if we could do potatoes, which we do need to do at some point, would be nice for some pig food. There's also a potato washer, I think on the south side of the map, if I'm not mistaken. And we have rights to that potato washer, and that brings in some extra coin as well if we wanted to do that. So there's a lot of alternatives that Stevie has built into Tranquil Waters. Oh yeah, I need to gun it. Yeah, I got it to the boards. Come on, baby. You can do it. Get up that hill. Come on, get up there. Sister, get up there. It doesn't help that we've got almost 100,000 liters of wheat in this trailer. I want new beacons for our John Deere. I feel like those are kind of wimpy beacons. And I took a look at the customization on it, and there aren't different ones. So we're just going to probably have to live with them. They're low profile beacons. I think they're nice looking, but they just don't give off that beacon-esque I don't think that's a word, but they don't give off that beacon-esque lighting that I like to see, like the case that almost sends me into convulsions. It's they're so bright and flashy. They actually should, and I don't know if they did put a warning on there. I did see, was it the Reaper? I think it might have been the Reaper Harvester that actually had a warning on there about the beacons and the LED light strips and stuff, that people should be careful if they're sensitive to that kind of lighting. I actually thought that was kind of a good idea. I don't know anybody that gets set off by lights like that. Yeah, I don't know of anybody that does. I don't know how common that is. It would kind of suck, though. You know, you'd really have to kind of be careful. I don't know. Well, I guess you're not really going to find flashing lights like that often, but... And I don't know how sensitive people are. Like, if you get pulled over by a cop, do you just start convulsing? Because that would be an amazing way to get out of a ticket. Right? Every time a cop pulls you over, you just start convulsing and tell him or her that you are... well, you don't have to say anything. You'll be convulsing. Then they'll just call EMS. And once this all gets sorted out, they're probably not going to care about the speeding ticket or whatever. Oh, hello, speedboat. Or whatever ticket they were planning on shooting at you. And your excuse is their lights set you off. That might work. I don't know. It's worth a shot. It's worth a shot for us dudes that can't just get out of a ticket by, you know, flashing the old smile. You know what I'm saying? Oh, smile, smile. Let's go see if our pig food will take some of this weed. I shouldn't say that. That's probably considered sexist or something. I don't know anymore what really is. It's not meant to be. I mean, let's face it. I know several women, and I mean literally several women, that will say absolutely 100%. If they get pulled over, they put the charm on. Heck yeah, you do. Heck yeah. I think that was that Bigby from Adventure Time, I think it was. Yeah. Oh, we already have wheat in here? Well, that's lovely. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So, yeah, we need soybeans, but we need sugar beets and potatoes. Ooh, carrots? Looks like we need everything. We need more fields. That's got to be our focus, man. We've got to keep buying land. We just don't have enough land to spread out. This map, this multi-fruit map, it's usually not that bad, but when you're adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, technically alfalfa would be 9. I guess if you wanted to count alfalfa as separate from grass. That's 9, and I think that's it, right? That's 9 additional crops that we have on this map. And it's hard to spread them all out, man. That's all I'm saying. It's just hard to spread them all out. We're not going to dump any more wheat in here yet. Oh, look at that. Actually, now we're getting some beacon-esque light flashing. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, I'm happy now. We're going to store our wheat just because we've got plenty of wheat in our pig mixer already. Let's keep our wheat handy for something else or for selling outright if we so desire. Oh, wait a minute. Pause that, Brad. Pause that. We just talked about this. Oh, I probably should have waited for the gate to close. Oh, well. We just discussed this, and I want to try it. Right over here, we have got, I think, mineral feed and seed production. I don't know what's what. That's not taking wheat. Wait a minute. One of you two, unless I'm looking at the wrong thing. you are seed production. Why aren't you accepting wheat, Mr. Seed Production? Did I screw something up here? Oh, yeah, make a liar out of me. Thank you very much. Oh, wow. Oh, because you want it, like, right in that thing. Ah, okay. Let's dump some wheat in here. Oh, it doesn't take a whole lot anyways, does it? And we need to turn this on. Before we do that, though, let's take a look at seed pricing. Once again, I would absolutely love Giants to death if they would alphabetize this or just do something other than El Rando. Especially when you got this much in there. It's like every production you add adds more to this list. And for blind people like me who clearly can't find things in as quickly as they'd like, it would be so nice to have this alphabetized. Hay, straw, grass. We're stinking seeds. Thank you. Yeah, look at that price. $963 for an average mean high price. That's not shabby. It's certainly not where it is right now. But that's not too shabby. I'll take that all day. That's better than just... Wait a minute. Is that better than just selling? Don't talk too fast, Brad. $963. And wheat... Oh, yeah, it's not. If my brain is thinking about this correctly, you're better off selling wheat directly per 1,000 than you are converting it to seeds and selling it per 1,000. So, oh well. We'll get free seeds out of it, if nothing else. We will get some freebie seeds. And I know, I forgot to turn it on. Let me do that before I forget to, because it'll sit there for 6 months before I remember to turn on that thing. Let's get you dumped in here, and let's go back to there, and our seeds, we'll go to storing. Sounds good. Let's just turn, I'm going to turn all 3 of them on. Does it need, what else does it need? It needs some fertilizer. So that's not cheap at all. We do have some fertilizer. I'll throw some fertilizer in there. How much will you charge us if we buy fertilizer? We have liquid fertilizer. You know what? We have liquid fertilizer. I'm not going to do that quite yet. We do have some. Not there. I believe that's all herbicide. Where are you going, Brad? That is not the correct field. We need to get prepped up for doing our big barley field next, I believe. Yeah, so I guess unless you're really working on, making your own seeds, you just don't want to buy them. I get that. That's totally kosher. It's definitely not worth doing it for a turnaround of selling it, though. You got too much money into it. Here is our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful barley field. Look at the barley. Look how lovely the barley is. The barley is good. I do want to save. I don't want to reset. I want to enter said vehicle. I actually do want to save this. What field is that? Field 6? Do we have a field 6? We don't. So we need to create a folder. And we'll just call that field 6 since that's what it is. And inside the field 6 folder, we will create a course. We'll save a course. And we'll just call it Combine. And say okay. That's it. Then we can clear that out. Let's fire up our old JD. I don't think we have to unload our header. I think we can just take a spin ski. You know what? I wonder if we can get there maybe the back way. Let's try the back way. I want to find some deer or some birds. I want to try the old honk ski. Out on them. I'm pretty sure I have. Oh! Ooh, 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 ooh. No, that wasn't. I thought back right over by that bush there, I thought I saw some deer action. I haven't really seen many deer. I don't think I have deer turned off. Do I have? I know what you're thinking. But in additional settings, wild animals is on. I don't know if that includes birds as well. We should probably see if our combine needs any quick repairing. Knock the dust out of the filters, etc., etc. Just watched the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the old school one with Gene Wilder. Is that his name? Such an amazing movie. He an amazing actor. Oh my gosh, I love Gene Wilder. He's just so good. And that movie has so many really, really good, more adult kind of references to it that I just pick up. Every time I watch it, it's just classic. I mean, I actually did enjoy the one with Johnny Depp. I'm a big Johnny Depp fan. I really like the guy. I think he's a great actor, but I think he's genuinely a good person. Everything I've ever heard about him, except from, you know, the one person that sued him and lost, excuse me, has been just great, you know, about him and how giving. And there's a YouTube video of him when he visits. Wow, he visits a children's hospital as the Pirates of the Caribbean dude, and I tell you, man, it almost makes me cry every time I watch it. It's just so amazing. I cannot watch any videos with children that involve children's hospitals without losing my freaking mind. It's devastating. It's just absolutely devastating. Anyways, I don't want to turn this video into a bummer, but yeah, boy, is that rough to see. I can't do it. I just hate seeing kids sick like that. Let's set up a job. This one we're going to want to do a couple 2-3 headlands because we've got some blockages here, and of course here we've got some windmill blockages and whatnot. I've had varying degrees of success with this particular field. So let's go ahead and let's do, I mean, on this kind of field, we could do 4 headlands if we wanted to. Let's try 3. Smooth is fine with me. I really don't care about the corners. Of course, we have the 15% there, which is good. Let's go ahead and generate that Corsi pool. Yeah, I got to the point on Old Family Farm? I forget what map it was, where some of the fields it was easier to just do all headlands and just make it just do all headlands. Sometimes that works better when you just set it up that way. In fact, if we looked at like 6 headlands, let's let it create it. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be driving some weird stuff, but it completely eliminates any possibility of getting stuck. So if you've got a lot of trees and you just don't want to take any chances, just crank your headlands up. I thought 3 was pretty good though. Let's go ahead and generate it back to 3. I think that'll work out pretty good. And actually, what field is this? Field 2. Let's go ahead, and the only disadvantage sometimes to doing some of this is I have seen too where I like to use these courses additionally for things like the baler and stuff. And if you make them too wacky, things like that maybe they don't work quite as well on certain situations, but not everything, if that makes sense. Combine, we'll call it again. And I think that should do a pretty good job for us. I think we're going to leave it there for now. We are basically a little out of time. But as always, I appreciate you all joining me. Here's that milk facility here. This milk homogenizer, I think it's called. And I think there should be... Oh, is there not a... Okay. I thought there was a dealio... Interesting. I'm pretty sure this is the milk homogenizer. It is the milk homogenizer. I think it's just a way to make a little bit extra coin out of your milk, an extra level of production for the milk, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know if you've used that before, but I think that's what it is. So yeah, I think we are going to become ranchers a bit. I think it's going to be well worth our effort and money to invest in some cow, and maybe we'll get the youngins instead of going straight to the mature ones. But I definitely want dairy cows, so we'll probably end up doing the brown Swiss and the Holsteins. I think it's well worth doing it that route. But let's just see how that goes. Oh, we should also look at the forecast real quick, because while I'm yapping... Good, no rain. I don't want rain today to interfere with our harvesting plans. So thanks everyone for joining me again on Tranquil Waters. As always, I definitely appreciate you joining me. It's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this map a lot. We'll get there. The money will start coming in. There's always this few, like the first year of always seems to be kind of slower because you're ramping things up. But I think it's going to be important for us to expand our land as quickly as we can. Wow, that was almost rhyming all around there. But so that we can get more variety of crops in the ground. I think that's going to help us a lot. So you all take care of yourselves. As always, make sure you take care of each other. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. I would definitely appreciate it. You're more than welcome to subscribe. You're more than welcome to become members. I'm going to see if I don't think he'll jump. I don't think he'll jump these things, really. Okay. He did the old cartwheel. I'll take that. I'll take that as a win. But yeah, thanks everyone. And we'll be back here tomorrow, Wednesday, for another July episode. So you all take care. Bye for now.